Ever wondered what makes TV so powerful in Jamaica? Time to find out. Welcome to Global TV Group 358, where television meets innovation. We're not just about shows, we're about shaping society. In Jamaica, TV keeps you informed, connects diverse voices, and supports democracy. Imagine a Jamaica where broadcasters unite, sharing data and collaborating globally. That's us, a unified voice in the TV industry. Did you know TV advertising is still king? It drives website traffic, boosts brand equity, and powers integrated campaigns. Even in an age of digital, TV stands strong, resilient in tough times. Our global TV deck is your treasure trove of insights and data. With charts, graphs, and success stories, it's your guide to impactful TV advertising. Curious to learn more? Visit our website and see how Global TV Group 358 keeps television at the heart of entertainment in Jamaica. Get ready to binge watch the future.
Corruption is a vile disease that sucks and drains the health out of something good. Corruption in society is an evil moral infection that keeps community in the state of perpetual sickness. Corruption is a moral virus. It's so potent, it leaves its host sick, lethargic, and unable to realize and accomplish all that a well person can. Where corruption thrives, poverty and not prosperity thrives. Wealth is grabbed into the greedy, grubby hands of those who get fat on the toil and labor of good people. Corruption benefits, only temporarily, those who participate in it. Everyone else is a victim of the theft, the deceit, the dishonesty, and the lies that corruption feeds on. You need to know that a corrupt person is stealing from you. Corruption is filthy work and despicable acts of treachery done under the table and behind closed doors. Corruption is a disgusting shame. Corruption keeps a nation back from true development and from progress. Wise investors steer clear of a corrupt environment. They would rather put their resources into a place where the playing field of opportunity is equal for all and not bent towards feeding the financial lust of corrupt, lying, cheating, thieving politicians and government officials. How many wonderful development projects have been lost because the investors didn't want to do business in a swamp of evil? When those great projects go to another nation or to some other place, we all lose. Believe me when I tell you that corruption steals from you, it steals from all of us. Corruption plunders the nation's wealth. Corrupt people compromise on truth, equity, and fairness, choosing instead to feed off the short-term benefits of crookedness, exploitation, and financial perversion. Corruption is not just a personal matter, it's a culture. It's a way of life, not just for individual people, but for companies, communities, governments, and nations. Corrupt nations, hiding behind large companies, will seek to invest in other weak nations in order to take over the assets of the nation that they've invested into. They will provide financial loans to a nation for the much-needed infrastructure, and they will do it with assets that they provide. They will sign contracts by lining the pockets of rotten government officials who participate in this kind of corruption and are then held hostage by their own deceit and greed. Corruption is nothing less than a form of theft and national robbery. A corrupt person steals from everyone in society.
Together, run, keep going on, let's process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Hey, oh, we gotta bust down Babylon walls. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for your people. Let's go. Fight down war cry. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and cry. And do the righteousness. Hey, we love. And we love Jaja.
Jah Rastafari.
And we love Jaja.
Jah Rastafari. Save all people.
And we love Jaja. We love Jaja.
Jah Rastafari.
We love Jaja.
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all people.
Put time away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I as a watchman, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I and I should never hold thy peace, but we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way, the way for Jah Rastafari. Fight down war and
Fight down war and fight.
Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jaja, and we love Jaja,
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all.
and we love Jaja, Jah. Me love Jaja,
Jah
me
Rastafari.
love Jaja,
Jah Rastafari. Preserve all.
me love Jaja,
Jah Rastafari.
Jah Rastafari, Jah.
Rastafari.
Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
We rock on the treetop all the day long, rocking and bopping and singing the song. All the little girls from JLP like to hear the Robin Good tweet, 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 Rocky Robin. Come on, JLP, Rocky Robin, tweet, tweety, tweet. Roll, Rocky Robin, JLP sisters singing tonight. Good morning and welcome to Sisters and Friends. Call me MP for me, please. And call all Jamaican vloggers who are getting lawsuits left, right, and center. We are also calling this morning for equality in lawsuits. It cannot be that I was the first one way before general election to be calling the minister a thief and a sexual predator. And the minister is going around trying to quiet everybody else and leave my mouth just fluttering and blubbering. We are calling, minister, for equality in lawsuits. Globalists, one of the things that we should have equality in lawsuit. JLP sisters, don't come here. We're calling for equality in lawsuit this morning. You know, say, are we one in a Jamaica act like somebody? Talk truth, globalists. If I know we one, we they call the peasant, we the poor, we the working class. You know, say, are we wanna go on like somebody in a Jamaica? Government a thief. Police are do drugs. Doctor are do fraud. Police are walk and kill people picking it just so. When you know say we one in a Jamaica going like we are somebody. Are we one in a Jamaica going like we are somebody? All of who we feel look up to uphold the law, the all of them people there. Double the in crime. The Sino, we now get the Sino this morning. There's a beast of the east coming. It not touched down a London yet. We get a lot of rain. The temperature keep up in London today. It's about 7-8 degrees Celsius. So, too bad for this our usual winter. But the next few days could become terrible when the beasts from the east draw nearer. I know Canada and places like New York up in the northern side of North America is really getting a battering with the snow. Like up in Scotland and so on, them always get snow like North America and Canada. But we don't a London here, so we a whole lot for now, but nothing is promised. can turn in anything pan we at any time. When I call the Suyu sister them, come here go address one whole heap of different something this morning. With the Suyu sisters and them defamation lawsuit. The Suyu sisters and them defamation lawsuit. Mr. Green, you cannot walk and sue everybody else and make it look like say me is an exception or you are afraid of me. You know, say, me been calling up your name, Mr. Green. It's not like you not hear it. Because otherwise, Mr. Green, Uncle Berries couldn't come beg me for ease up on you. So you're here and you know. Why don't you sue me too? Why isn't there equality in lawsuit, Mr. Green? Because you can't tell we say, nothing call your thief. And you can't tell we say, with money we're missing, an agriculture ministry, and rather, you will have oversight. Morning, everybody, honor to my community of parity. Where Floyd Green carry over 300 roll of wire yesterday, and all my family members, platform moderators, membership holders, viewers, subscribers, commenters, and trolls. Good morning and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Michael Nepper, Violet Watson, Miranda Roddock, Marcia Thomas, John Rock 8766, Raymond G. Abina Sir Cody. Abina, you come back home yet? I would no, you must come back home now, or soon come back home, innit? Pamela Akola, good morning. Lynette Jenkins, good morning. Lee Bert Peart, good morning. At NNJB81, good morning and welcome. Morning, everyone. Morning. Winifred Saunders, good morning. Floyd Green gave an excuse to Cliff Hughes. Don't know what it means. Floyd Green, the thief, the puss. Mr. Green can't tell Mr. Nuffy call him thief, you know. Mr. Green can't tell me, say, don't fi call him thief. Mr. Green, the fertilizer them, we're not only today. We're not only Suzette how you do. We're not did end up. Miller, good morning. Is it Tuma Miller? Good morning. We end up in a shop sell, Mr. Green. There was 2 trucks of fertilizer just before the general election that delivered to your house on Crane Road, Floyd Green. That you, Floyd Green, even give fisherman fertilizer, thieving, Floyd Green. That's stealing. Floyd Green, that is stealing. Those, Floyd Green, are some of the rather assets that's gone missing. You, it look like you, I tell we say, you have no power of oversight because now you shift the blame. Procurement is separate from minister. Minister deal with policy, but the policy, procurement is a policy where you have the oversight of. So you say, you don't know what's going on in your department. Nobody no report to you. Nobody no report to your permanent secretary. Your permanent secretary no have no control over nothing. So everything is happening in the ministry in their own pigeonhole. Everything is going in their own pigeonhole. The minister have no oversight. So the 870 million and the 60 million from RADA is nothing to do with thieving Floyd Green, who stole RADA fertilizer. Who stole Floyd Green? You, Floyd Green, stole RADA fertilizer. Those 2 trucks of fertilizer, Floyd Green, everybody at Parity and Black River saw it. Everybody see it. And never nothing we hide, Floyd Green. The trucks unloaded at your house on Crane Road. It was on Crane Road from your house on nomination day, Floyd Green, that you were given T-shirt and $5,000. That's a violation of our electoral law. You're a criminal and you're a thief. So don't come out, come run, come a try like when you want to frighten people. Anything it is unaccounted for, it's missing, it's stolen. Because somebody gave it to you and you cannot say where it is. The most you can say to us, $870 million worth of minutes and notes were lost. And now you come blame. You come blame the staff them at RADA or wherever. No, you, the minister with the oversight, is the thief, the criminal that turned a blind eye to procurement because that's how we swindle with public purse. That's how we rape the public budget annually. That's why none of you cannot provide your financial reporting to the Ministry of Finance so they can be audited. When there's procurement breaches, Floyd Green, which the IC report identified a breach of the law, Floyd Green, because you never follow the law, or you never do what the law said, or no do. So you broke the law. You're a criminal. And when you broke the law in regards to procurement, it's to carry out a further crime, Floyd Green, of financial misappropriation or embezzlement. Thief, the local word, Floyd Green. So I don't know where you're going about. Like lawsuit frighten people, but don't call the Jamaica blogger, they may advise them how to continue defame these mother heifers.
From that.
Get away with
it. You away from me.
Yes.
So I have to give one final one.
No problem.
The Auditor General's report on your ministry saying that $870 million worth of contracts were not properly reviewed by your procurement committee. Yeah. How do you plead? What happened?
I'll say two things. I'll say three things. I think people are very aware how our procurement systems operate now, and that procurement.
No, we're not aware how it works. Not even in government, you are not aware of how it works, or you are deliberately avoiding using the proper procedure. We don't know how it works. So don't come out here, come tell us that the public know how procurement works. We don't know, otherwise we wouldn't know our money there. So we don't know. Tell us.
Does not operate at the level of the minister, and that is on purpose. We structured our system in such a way to separate ministerial oversight and ministerial direction from procurement. And ministers are, by law, mandated to focus on things of policy. So a lot of the things that have come to bear in terms of, for example, a committee minutes not being supplied are news that would come to the minister for the first time. So I'll say that firstly, and I'll come back to that in
news that came to the minister for the first time. Floyd Green have no idea that $870 million worth of notes and minutes were lost. Floyd Green, as the minister with the highest oversight for the agricultural department, have no idea until the Integrity Commission raised it. Incompetency, Floyd Green, that demands a resignation because the department is free falling on its own. Everybody I do them own thing in the department. Beat and teach how you do. Everybody I do them own thing in the department like this. If it's the first time you are aware of it, that's our issue for you to resign on, because you have no idea what is going on in the department. You have no idea, Floyd Green, where our money that we gave to you is going. Why are you there? You are there, Mr. Ferberger, Minister of Fish and Shit. We change the name in the beat and teach. You know, see the new name on Facebook. Minister of Fish and Shit. Minister of Fish and Shit. Debbie, and how you do? Lord God, Floyd Green. Boy, Friday night was disgraceful. Me not tell you no lie. Bad. Disgraceful bad. When me tell them both you and the Batty clique wanna have a run there. Hey, Lord Floyd Green. We're calling for equality in lawsuit this morning, Floyd Green. It cannot be that me was the first one from before general election thought call your thief and sexual predator upon you, and you jump over me and sue. Floyd Green, me want my paper, me want read too. You know, so the Auditor General, how we read from with you, Floyd, I want read. But you know, call the vlogger, them make I tell them how to deal with these people. Out order. Lawsuit here, lawsuit there. Let's finish listening to what the minister knew, did not know, and what came to the minister's attention by the Integrity Commission, Minister of Fish and Shit.
In the end. The second thing is, having discussed it with my technical team, and I'm sure they have prepared a response and would have disseminated a response. The Auditor General at no time said that $870 million was used for untoward purposes or went to contractors that were not bona fide, or that the...
We don't know that. We cannot say that because we haven't got the document. The Integrity Commission, our Auditor General, is working on our behalf. And why she or he cannot say that, Floyd Green, is because you all deliberately destroyed $870 million worth of documents. You mean say not even dollar what? Never save? Not even dollar what? Never save. Me no get my lawsuit to Debbie, and I hit me ask to tell the minister this morning. So we want equality in a lawsuit. And me for start call your thief and sexual predator boy, and the thiefing get to you now. So we're calling for equality in a lawsuit, Floyd Green. You cannot walk and sue everybody and not sue me. Jurisdiction apply though, Mr. Green.
money was misappropriated. What the Auditor General said is that she did not receive minutes for
Andrea
the meeting. What the ministry has said is twofold. In some instances, you are not required by law to have a procurement review meeting. Even though the Auditor General may have it in the guidelines, there is a law that supersedes that. And two, this was not last year. This was not the year before. This was in 2021, 2022. When we were in COVID,
yes.
When the meetings were being held virtually, and that the ministry had indicated to the Auditor General that there were challenges retrieving the recordings from that virtual system, and have taken steps to retrieve those recordings as far as possible and to share them. So there was...
Floyd Green, those virtual meetings at that time would have been conducted via Microsoft Teams or by Zoom, Floyd Green. All of us who are in business administration, Floyd Green, and technology and social media, Floyd Green, knows exactly how these things work. So don't come tell us it was difficult to retrieve, it was this, it was that. No, you all deliberately destroyed it in order to avoid detection. Now, on our court, the law, so the law allow UNO not to report an XYZ, or rather, it was because of when I know COVID, a Beryl, a Melissa, what have you all done? What are you prepared to take blame for? Good God Almighty, Look how long COVID pass and gone. Look how long COVID pass and gone. This guy's a thief. Floyd Green is a thief.
There's no malfeasance. And sometimes when these reports band about figures, it gives the impression that there's malfeasance or misappropriation that has not been.
No, it doesn't give the impression. It shows the fact that you're all thieves.
Said. The third matter that I find extremely curious is why in the reporting of this would a media host seek to put my image against a report that had absolutely nothing to do with my...
I have to go cuss you as a globalist. Begging a pardon for the cussing. You stupid motherfucker. You are the Minister of Agriculture. The report is on the Ministry of Agriculture. Ministry of Agriculture, the RADA agency, is an agency that falls under the Ministry of Agriculture. Hence, you had the capacity to steal the fertilizers. You know, those 2 trucks that were delivered to your house on Crane Road in Parity? Yes, those. How is it? Who for face? I'll skin out. Hey boy. Hey boy. Set your wear end. Glean and publish your wear end. Because you don't want your face show. Make the Glean and publish your rear end then. Make everybody see what going around the Floyd Green. Who for face? Whose face should the Gleaner or anybody who's publishing a story of misappropriation, breaches, thieving, who for face? You want them to put my face on it? Floyd Green? Huh? You see how petty these little faggots are? On no need for Floyd Green, you need to rough up more. That's why your titty them so fat. Those boys who are filling up your boobs, you need to tell them to stop. Because it make you get so... You weren't like that. No one knows what happened along the way. Andrew! What you do with Floyd?
Ministerial direction absolutely had nothing to do with me as minister personally, that there was no reference to me or allegation in relation to me. And then they put it on social media, superimpose a title that says transparency compromise to give the impression that the person in the headline image is connected to the compromisation of transparency, when that is not true. And I think that is unethical. And I think we have to look back at our...
The stealing is not unethical. The buying vote is not unethical. The using COVID laptop to solicit sex from young girls is not unethical. The using RADA asset to solicit sex from young boys, Floyd Green, is not unethical. But an auditor general fair reporting and a Gleaner fair reporting is unethical to you, John Crow.
Of journalism in this country. The factual context is that I was only minister for 4 months in that year. That the audit refers to. But outside of that, these reports do not relate, refer, or engage with ministers. But there are some who want to give that impression to try and perpetuate the feeling that politicians are of a certain ilk. Some of them forget that we have lives before and after politics.
Yes, you have a life before, a life that your titty never so fat, You never so fat and your belly never so big. But since you come in and thief taxpayers' money, oh, how life has changed, Floyd Green. Of course, you did have a life before. Hmm? One where people used to see a jawbone and collarbone then, Floyd Green.
There has never been in my short but now longish political journey any allegation about corruption or a lack of transparency. And those are things that I take extremely seriously. So I've written to the Gleaner about it. And I have asked my lawyers to review it because I am very sure they will try and say, well,
You mean the batty lawyer from the lodge or the criminal lawyers with the bloods and their hands, with their grandson and nephews sitting right there watching the dry blood on their hands? You mean those?
You are the minister now, but the association that is given from the headline image being attached to the headline
suggests you were responsible ministerially at the time.
It is wrong. It is untrue. It is unethical, and it should not be done.
Floyd Green.
It's unethical, and it's wrong, and it's unethical, and it should not be done. No. Whoa. No, I'm going to deal with certain pointers. Defamation. It's a civil matter. Everyone knows that. Now, in their defamation lawsuits, they threatened. Let's deal with the serving of the lawsuit. And this is not a lawsuit. This in law is what is called a pre-action protocol. This have to come before the lawsuit, because if they do not, as per the Westminster Civil Procedure rules, this must come before the lawsuit. This is a way of negotiation. Hence the call for apology, the call for the retraction of the story, and the call for paying their lawyer legal fee for those work of communicating with you, and all of that for the purpose of this before it gets to a lawsuit. Now, if this is not done and they just go straight to file a lawsuit to the court, what the court generally does is throw it out and say, do not waste my time. Go and negotiate or mediate first, and then if that doesn't work, come back. So this is the purpose for the pre-action protocol. It's what it is called. This is not really a lawsuit. This is a pre-action protocol. Now, in this pre-action protocol, in the way it is served, it's not being served. You can, the law or the courts accept serving defamation via email, via social media means. The court will accept that. But, say for example, serving it by email, the person must be aware that you're going to serve them by email, and they must provide an email address to you so you can serve it to that email address. Then they acknowledge receipt of the lawsuit. Now, you can do that if you have tried all means of serving it to the person's address or to the person in person. If those fail, then you can serve through electronic means by email, as I've explained. The court also allows you to serve electronically via social media, where there's no other means of you contacting the person by their address or to communicate with them, to receive an email, to serve them electronically. But they must be served on platforms where they operate. Now, in relation to the serving of lawsuit on Twitter, where the respondent is not on Twitter, this was not served. So I hope you and your sisters understand that, Floyd Green, that this was not served, because whoever you serve it to isn't on that platform where you claim to have served the lawsuit. So your pre-action protocol was not served, right? No. They use a threat tactics, which lawyers generally use threat tactics sometime in their letter. The part where they say they will go at all into the court for a committal order to have the person sent to prison. No. In a defamation case, that is not the general. However, in law, there's always an exception. But committal orders, if while the defamation, at any time during a defamation case, a judge can make an order. Now, if you violate that order that the judge make, that's a contempt of court. And I'll explain it to you in a Jamaica case that you will remember. When Karen Cross, that crosses, defamed Dayton Campbell, the court, while the defamation lawsuit was going on, make an order prohibiting Karen Crosses not to continue defaming Dayton Campbell. She continued to do so, and then the court imposed a fine on her. Now, in relation to a final judgment in a defamation case, where the judge make an order for you to pay, the court does not enforce the judgment to pay the defamation. You, the person, the applicant, or the claimant rather, will have to pursue via bailiff, via creditors, those people who buy debt from you and pursue it. A committal order is a very last resort when someone refuses to pay in a defamation case. For you to pursue that committal order, you have to explore all the other avenues of getting that money from the person. If you explore all those avenues, then, and you don't get the money, then you can apply for the committal order. But in applying for that committal order, you must prove to the court that the person is able to pay, but is willingly refusing to pay. You've got to prove that. No. Call all the people that will get their lawsuit, let me tell them how to deal with these people. No. You see, if you know that you don't have money for them come after, now let me tell you how to corner and cover claw them. What you're going to do, you're going to create a trust with you as the beneficiary. And all your money will go into that trust. That trust becomes separate from you. When you, the person, they want to sue, let them go ahead. Because if you defame them, so-called, they cannot sue your trust. Your trust have to defame them before they, your trust, are a trustee. Because you who creates the trust is the settler. Once you create the trustee, whoever you choose as your trustee, then becomes the person in charge of the trust. If your trustee or the trust itself does not defame them, they cannot go after your trust. So make we, you want to hear Andrew declare war? These are one of the way of continuing the war. You can continue to say what you want to say. All you have to do is understand the law in Jamaica, for those of you who are in Jamaica, and stay within the civil line. Don't cross over to, you know what, they don't have libel defamation, criminal libel now, as Marlene Malahufot was calling for the other day to bring back criminal libel. But what they have is it Section 9 of the Malicious Communication under the Cybercrime Act. You need to understand that so you can stay below the threshold of that, and we can deal with them and cover them clocks same way. If you don't know so you have money where them are going to come out, just create a trust. Create a trust. If you don't have children and the benefit, no children are the beneficiary for the trust. If you don't have children, you can still be the beneficiary for the trust. And the trust detached from the secular, so they can't go after your money when your money in a trust. Make we play them all and play with. It's war. You have to strategize yourself on battlefield. If you don't feel coward and feel so them are going to come after on the money, put on the money aside, then come back to the battlefield. And so it go. A war. Are the Prime Minister saying now? And we are declare war upon the Prime Minister just so. And the Prime Minister declare war upon we. And the one of the ways in the information war, because even though him can mean many things, I take it as an information war he is declaring on us. Now, these defamation lawsuits or these threats of lawsuit in these pre-action protocol are a part of the information war of silencing people, of putting people in. Listen, you can't sue me easily. Jurisdiction applies. And God Almighty, even if you don't sue me, I don't have a problem. I will tell the court, say, I can't only pay a pound a month. Pound a month! 12 pound a year, drunk. You're willing to go down that road? Do you willing to waste the legal fee? Because I don't necessarily need a lawyer to represent me in a defamation case. I don't necessarily need a lawyer to represent me in a defamation case. Do you want to take a shot, Mr. Green? Mr. Green, do you want to take a shot? Do you want to be disgraced the way your lawyer was disgraced the other night as a sexual harasser? Remember, you the client, Mr. Green, are a sexual predator. And your lawyer, Mr. Green, as it turned out Friday night, is also a sexual predator. And when the people then really go, PMP Batman, over. Why not arrest PNP? Why only labor lawyers are arrest PNP Batman? Why? When you don't have no Batman over labor right, you go arrest. Floyd Green, you prove yourself as an idiot the other night. So stupid. I mean, one could even get drunk on your stupidity. You have sued Partner Draw. The plethora breakout. And in the middle of your lawyer being embarrassed on air, you text the same person where you sue. Floyd Green, as a lawyer, why didn't you let your legal team do the correspondence between how you go sue somebody and then ask us, whenever time you want to have a Batman, what happened to you? Minister of Fish and Shit. Floyd Green, Minister of stealing fertilizer, using laptop to solicit sex, using rather asset to solicit sex, Floyd Green. You see, when I not talk to we like we're idiots, me will come out pound. When I not talk to we like we duncer than uno, we will come out pound uno. Because Floyd Green, none of what me I tell you say you can't challenge me pan. Because you and I know everybody turn up and all the people help you unload the truck them. You and I know fishermen get fertilizer, Floyd Green. You and I know Floyd Green about the laptop, the COVID laptop, the one you use to solicit sex from Brompton, Black River. Look, hey, Floyd Green, why you don't sue? Equality in lawsuit, Mr. Green. Mr. Green, equality in lawsuit. Me, but I found before election, me I call you thief and sexual predator. Oh, jurisdiction applies. You can't sue me from so far. You would just be wasting ink, isn't it, Mr. Green? You stupid old fool. You can't somebody got caught and then tell them, I'm willing to talk. Sometimes it's sorry for you know. Sometimes I'm telling a jail piece, stop opening your mouth. Stop opening your all mouth. Because every time when I open your mouth and I get yourself in a problem. Your lawyer who is suing for defamation is about to get sued for sexual harassment. What can go so, Mr. Green? Mr. Green, what can go so? Your lodge lawyer. Your lawyers with the Tom Tavares Finson. Good God Almighty now. No wonder why Mr. Golden calling what chaka chaka and I sat calling again. I sat they call them sitting in a parliament where the all wimple flew off the handles over. But Mark Golden called them chaka chaka. Honestly, chaka chaka. Thief Floyd Green normally stays silent until the dust blows over. Thief Floyd Green, when their story broke out, normally hold them head down until the dust blow over. But you want to come out here and give pitchy patchy. Yes, I said so no pitchy patchy. I'm not going so no chaka chaka. Same thing I display over here again. Pitchy patchyism and chaka chakarism. And that I display all over again. These are the people who are running our country. And when me telling us say, the plethora of deaths we have in our country is linked to Floyd Green and Christopher Tufton. The JLP, them don't understand it because they end up on my Facebook a war over. Them don't understand how the deaths we are having is linked to bad food and bad health care. If you don't get it, God Almighty help you. Because I don't know who else to tell you. Or I don't know who else you wouldn't understand say you are what you eat. And if they give you rubbish and GM food and lab-grown food, your own go produce lab enzymes. And your own go turn in a lab worm. And when you go to the hospital with you hope a lab worm and then have the medication for you, and you go there with diabetic and then give these big old fried dumpling. Big old fried dumpling. Hospital has served diabetic patient. Big old fried dumplings. So how do those deaths not linked to those two ministry? Those two ministry. Those two ministry were under the spotlight for financial embezzlement and public stealing. Because when you give poor people picking your money, and poor people picking, can't tell you what you $870 million there. Everybody, the whole district I got here say poor people picking a thief your money. What's the exception here, you criminal? You crook. Floyd Green, what is the exception here? Because we gave it to you. We gave that money to you. So how the poor people pick logic don't apply as a Floyd Green? I mean, after Friday night, disgrace Floyd Green. You shouldn't check nobody else lawsuit again. Because might me have to change your lawyer because J. Brian may just sue on behalf of anybody. Have you ever heard about local standing? Floyd Green, as a lawyer, you must know. J. Brian have local standing to sue your lawyer for sexual harassment at any time. You know, your Batty Lodge lawyer, Mr. Green. So we don't know if you're going to continue with the defamation bullshit or you're going to just take the lick them and go on. Why you don't resign? It would be an easier get out card, you know. You who want to become prime minister in our country, you the thief, you the criminal. Floyd Green, you and Tufton show no hand, you know. You and Tufton show. Andrew, stay there. Better the thief, you know. B-E-T-T-Etter. The thief, you know. We can't start over with a new thief. Labour Party. Boy, oh boy. When Andrew gone, not the fit choose from, you know. Andrew staying all alone, you know. Andrew staying all alone, you know. Andrew like dog piss, fox piss, or lion piss. It mark territory. Andrew piss, I like dog piss, fox piss, or lion piss. It mark territory. Andrew piss mark, you know. No have a future after Andrew oldness. That's why we have to continue the steal. I don't know if nobody from New York there. None of power knock out of New York. Nobody from New York there. Who there from New York? How the power situation in New York? Because when the tumultuous snowstorm normally knock out power. You need to change your lawyer, Floyd Green. If you think you're going to continue to frighten people about defamation, you need to change your lawyer because your lawyer is at risk of getting lawsuit for his sexual fruitiness. Your lawyer, Mr. Green, your lodge lawyer, is about to be sued for his sexual fruitiness. So either you're going to change the fruity lawyer them, come up with a jackhammer of a lawyer, Mr. Green. These fruity things. I mean, your lawyers compromise, Mr. Green. Mr. Green, you compromise your lawyer life per year. You should have never. Listen, who you fool so? When you sue somebody, you should not have that communication with them. Turn over the communication to your legal team. Why you never make Debonair? That's what she name. Why you never make Debonair call or text the show? You idiot. Everybody know Andre Thieving. You think to say you there go text Andre live pan here and you don't get blown up? Minister of Fish and shit. That's how stupid you are. This is how your heart a beat. This is how guilt have on you. It's the same way Noel Maitland was restless after he killed Donaldson and give away himself. It's the same thing with you. It's because you've been caught out big time, Floyd Green, because you know what? out of all of the criminal around Andrew Holness, you've been playing the decent wife all this long. And everybody knows that now you're a night bike. Floyd Green. Everybody go find out say you're a night bike. And it have your you just have palpitations, so you just have anxiety, you just have paranoia. This is why you were so restless on Friday night. But you got disgraced, minister. Minister, look how long me talk about your body clergy. All your lawyer and your clergy. Minister. Right? No, sir. Floyd Green. This stand bad. Stand bad pan your minister. Them bad boy, they don't have sentence better way on them, my friend. I wonder if they make it so big. Already boy, them will you give a rather asset to. How Fifi Twits got this big is a question. I wonder if we money have anything to do with Fifi Tits them. Me glad somebody else know about on a sexual predatory. Fly Green. Me glad say I know me one I talk about on a sexual predatory. And me glad I know you one leave trail behind your Floyd Green. Your lawyer leave trail behind him as well. What you tell me for sure beat and teach you bang around on Friday night? Whoa, I don't want people come strike me over the content, you know. Murder, Floyd Green, what a disgrace. Oh, me never remember. So we have something that we play this morning to what's him I call it? The finale. Episode 5. That was episode 5 was the final episode. I thought it was gonna go on for further. Let me open my phone there. We never put it in a studio because we in the war. Murder. Floyd Green. No, sir. You disgraceful piece of lump.
Dull matte olive.
Listen.
Would you like me to generate an image featuring this color?
Me not talk to your junker. Me I talk to myself. That's why me not like them phone ya. Can hear me I talk to myself and come ask me him galang. Me not talking to you. Mind your business. I saw no phone turn. I saw no phone turn. Just run come up in a people business. So and nobody not talk to no. Me say, me say a long time I talk about Floyd Green thieving and predatoring. And see the story will come out here, Floyd Green. See the story will come out because of no finger and no mouth. Because if you did keep your head down, you know, see Tufton I keep for him head down. Why you think Tufton get through so much scandal even though him faced in a backside? But look how much scandal Tufton get through Floyd Green. This is your first major scandal when it come to money. This is your first major scandal when it come to money. And what you never want to find out say you're a thief too. Floyd, uno can't not have the sense for thief in a way where it not find out. Uno a petty thief. Even though uno lawless with a petty thiefness by keep dipping and dipping and dipping. But uno a petty thief. Petty thief normally get catch. Sophisticated thief can get away with it and you never look how long cross-spread them do it. Look how long cross-spread them and cook the while you never employ the cross-spread them in our ministry if you come cook the books. You know, like them financial statement where both time everybody will get to their money, all right? I'm gonna pat them on the shoulder and smile with them. Yeah, them type of criminality there. But because uno petty thief Floyd Green. Floyd Green, because uno a petty thief. Uno always I get catch. Always I get catch Floyd Green because I'm a petty thiefness. It now load up in a studio fast enough. Let's go to episode 5. And then Floyd Green disgrace might load up by then. Criminals. And then one with the call on honorable. Who know I talk to? Well, you know, say me an idiot? Do you know that I'm an idiot? It always irritate me when Jamaica people refer to these people as honorable. When you get to that, I will never understand. Because two politicians them have never displayed any honorable behaviors. Look how much on Andrew cabinet under financial investigation, Andrew himself. There's not a report come out from the Integrity Commissioner, the Auditor General, want to not thief with money. And still want with it talk to like somebody. A night bike. A curb crawlers.
Hi, I'm Dr. Alfred Dawes, and this is UC on Life Support. So far, the picture is clear. The University Hospital of the West Indies, a regional institution of immense historical and medical significance, is in crisis. Not because of a lack of funding, but because of a fundamental failure of governance, accountability, and leadership. Today, we talk about solutions. What must change, who must be held accountable, and what the future can look like if we have the courage to demand it. The people working inside the UHWI are not just complaining, they are proposing solutions. Resident doctors and consultants have outlined specific actionable reforms. With respect to staffing, they have asked for collaborative workforce planning between HR and departmental heads to determine realistic staffing requirements. On the topic of infrastructure, there is a need for urgent repair and reopening of the medical annex, clear strategic decision-making regarding the UHWI's service capacity amid financial constraints, temporary ward-level use of stretcher spaces, again to decrease overcrowding in the emergency room. And of course, the staff need guaranteed access to essential supplies to prevent daily inefficiencies. Strategic financing solutions must be considered and include sponsorships and service fee reviews. With the immediate prioritization of critical items such as iodine, medical gases, and life-saving antibiotics. The University Hospital of the West Indies is an academic institution. The protection of scheduled academic time for residents and interns, which is currently being sacrificed to cover service gaps. Department-specific operational reforms, including the expansion to 5 or 6 general medicine teams, the establishment of new cardiology teams with alternating admissions and adequate subspecialty staffing to prevent the disruption of general medicine ward rounds. They state clearly a teaching hospital cannot function effectively without protecting its workforce, and that is what needs to be done. Another letter concludes, we look forward to leadership that demonstrates the same compassion towards staff that it expects staff to show to patients. What must systemic reform look like? Real reform cannot be cosmetic. It must address the root causes of the crisis. Transparent procurement. There must be full publication of procurement plans, needs lists, and awarded contracts, with clinician input built into the process from the beginning. All procurement documents must be available as public records, past and present. No more retrospective bidding, no more after-the-fact contracts, no more missing documentations for hundreds of millions of dollars worth of contracts. And of course, you must have independent financial oversight. regular on-time audited financial statements with clear reporting on revenue-generating services such as radiology and pharmacy retail. No more vague estimates, no more missing accounts. The public deserves to know how every single dollar is spent. We must have safe staffing levels, fill the vacant posts, protect the training time, and align staffing with patient volumes as doctors have repeatedly requested. No more operating with half the required interns. No more nurses being short on wards. No more telling Cuban and Chinese trained Jamaican doctors that there are no jobs while departments collapse from the weight of understaffing. We must have functional infrastructure, dedicated budgets and timelines to fix defective beds, reopen closed wards, and address the chronic supply shortages. No more excuse making, no more billion-dollar budgets with nothing to show on the wards. Above all, there must be respect for staff and accountability for the leadership. Robust grievance mechanisms, an end to the intimidation of staff, and clear, fair HR policies. When a senior clinician is accused of bullying and verbal abuse, that complaint must be investigated and resolved, not buried. When a minister presides over scandal after scandal, there must be consequences, and not just committee reports that are filed away and disappear over time. The role of the ministry, the parliament, and the public must be changed. This is bigger than his board at this point in time. The Minister of Health and Wellness has a duty to ensure that public funds are used transparently and that performance audits lead to real change, not just placated press releases. Parliament must insist on timelines, measurable targets, and regular reporting on the implementation of the Auditor General's recommendations. The Integrity Commission must investigate the procurement failures at the University Hospital of the West Indies with pressure. And the Jamaican people must refuse to let this story fade. Because if we allow the powerful to wait out the news cycle, if we accept vague promises of procedural improvements without concrete action, then nothing will change, and this will be just another 9-day wonder. I have stated publicly, this is how our health system is driven into crisis, not by chance, but by poor governance and failed political oversight. I have called for independent oversight of UE operations and for those responsible to face consequences. The University Hospital of the West Indies is more than a hospital. It is a symbol of Caribbean aspiration, excellence, and self-determination. It represents the promise that our people can access world-class healthcare without leaving the region, that our doctors can be trained to the highest international standards right here at home, and that our medical research can contribute to global knowledge and the advancement of the whole human race. That promise is under threat, not from lack of funding, but from a failure of governance and leadership. If we lose the UHWI's accreditation, we lose the ability to train specialists for the entire English-speaking Caribbean. If we lose the trust of international partners, we lose research collaborations, training opportunities, and grants. If we lose the confidence of our own people, they will seek care elsewhere and the institution will wither. But if we act, if we demand transparency and accountability and reform, then this can be a turning point, not just for the UHWI, but for the entire health system. Over the preceding episodes, we have traced the history of the UHWI, We have documented the infrastructure and HR crisis. We have exposed the procurement failures, examined the leadership that enabled them, analyzed the Auditor General's findings, and we have outlined a path forward to the improvement of the university hospital. The evidence is overwhelming. The solutions are clear. What remains is political will. The University Hospital of the West Indies was built 73 years ago on the promise that the Caribbean could train and heal its own people. That is why I went to the University of the West Indies. That is what we worked for when I was working at the University Hospital of the West Indies. This promise is worth fighting for. It is time for every Jamaican, every Caribbean national, every person who has been treated at the UHWI, trained there, sent a loved one there, or been seen by a graduate of the university hospital. It is time to say enough with the missing contracts, enough with the bullying and intimidation, enough with the billions spent and the wards still crumbling, enough with the excuses. We deserve better. Our healthcare workers deserve better. Our patients deserve better. The University Hospital of the West Indies deserves better. I am Dr. Alfred Dawes. Thank you for watching. And remember, this conversation does not end here. This is only the end of the beginning.
The end of the beginning. And the issues of procurement oversight that Dr. Dawes spoke about. You know, the video now load up in a minute. There's one problem with my singing library from the other day. Even my slide them not working. I don't know what happened to my Google account as to why. Bear with. As to why I'm not getting it to work. But we also have an interview that was done on, what's him call it? Dean Jackson Miller. Let's bring that in before we go further, because healthcare staff under pressure, Jamaica people are suffering. I don't know if this is still so now, but in the early 2000s, I used to work at one of Britain's prestige hospital, the Chelsea and Westminster. Most of theirs trauma doctors, those who deal with stabbing, gunshots, and accidents, were trained in Jamaica. I have a lot of those health professionals who I used to talk to very closely, who used to hold University of the West Indies overcrowded as an excellent teaching hospital for trauma. I don't know if that is still so. I don't know if that is still happening, because I have not worked in the healthcare for years. But University of the West Indies, a lot of Britain trauma doctors who are trained to deal with stabbings, gunshots, accidents, were trained at the University of the West Indies. I know of this program in the early 2000s. I don't know if it's still going on, but it was an excellent teaching hospital back then. But as we hear Dr. Brady say, a lot of things has crumbled at our university hospital, leaving Jamaicans and the rest of the Caribbean at health risk.
Overcrowding is really concerning for us because it speaks to the dignity of individuals. And, you know, when I went to that facility yesterday and I walked into the refashioned A&E, I was shocked.
This is at the Mount Salem Community Center, I think it is.
Yes, it is.
Tell us what shocked you.
So this facility was refashioned to facilitate 3940 clients. They had 115 in it yesterday. And it's hard for you to really care, give any kind of care. You know, one of the questions I ask one nurse, I say, how do you prioritize who gets care and who doesn't? They say it's not a matter of priority, Madam P. We just stand up and look and who put up their hand. So I say, what about the people who can't put up their hand? So, you know, in a system like that, people are going to get left behind. One of the challenges
Right, tell me what you mean though, because I know normally what you healthcare workers do is what they call triage, right? You go through and
so it's these the persons who we are seeing are after triage.
Okay, got it.
They're after triage. And the major issue is that there's no bed space for admission.
Right.
So the persons that are in the space, maybe it is 90% of them are actually for admission. But there's nowhere to put them. Cornwall Regional originally is a 300-bed facility. They would have lost the use of about 147 beds after Melissa, based on damage to infrastructure. So, you know, that further compounds a situation that already existed. The whole story of seeing people on stretchers that are at floor level is harsh. You see people on beach beds, beach chairs. Those are the things that persons are being nursed on. I saw one situation where a client was, they wanted to set up IV on a client, and the doctor was stretching over two other persons to reach to that person. What is it that you use to motivate yourself to come here every day? And they say it's their call to serve. So you have three stretchers here, and then you have 4 chairs here, and then you have some more stretchers here. And it's just untenable. It really is untenable. I asked the nurses, what is it that you use to motivate yourself to come here every day? And they say it's their call to serve. It's, you know, you have that call, you come out, and you do your best for that day. And when you go home and you deal with the rest when you come back the next day.
Let me just bring in Dr. Badger, because you've been talking to your doctors there as well. And one of the things you were quoted in the Gleaner saying is that these are things that you've been trying to engage on. You said you repeated efforts had been made to engage hospital management and the Ministry of Health and Wellness, including formal correspondence to the minister last year, but issues remain unresolved. Tell us, first of all, what you are hearing and seeing from your doctors.
Hi, thanks for having me, and good night, everyone. Our doctors have been absolutely disheartened, and you can imagine, and as Nurse Richards actually spoke about, with regards to the dignity of the patient, that's severely compromised. I don't know if you know what it's like to resuscitate a patient on the ground. To me, that's unfathomable. And
meaning somebody whose heart has stopped, or
someone whose heart stopped, and you have to be pumping the chest in CPR on the ground.
Yeah, these are the desperate conditions that health professionals have to tackle at University Hospital, at Cornwall Regional Hospital, which is a dire strait. Cornwall Regional Hospital is a dire strait in our country. And all we can see from the government is excuses, excuses, excuses. And when people like us want to stand up and call for accountability, we get labeled as whatever they might want to label us as. But the people of Jamaica, as Dr. Dawes said, have a duty to keep the story alive. We are the ones who are suffering. we are the ones who are at risk. We are the ones who are going to that institution and coming out in body bags. We have a duty to be outraged. We have a duty to be outraged about what we are finding out. Because, but then again, when Dr. Roger Hunter came out and told us that 15,000 of us per year is being culled by this healthcare, it never outraged us at all. And it seems as if there's nothing that's going to happen in this country that outrageous to the point where we decide, say, you know what? Enough is enough. Enough is enough. We deserve better. We provide them the budget on an annual basis. Budget that costs the disgrace of Friday night. Budget will cause the minister to end up in a catawire, have his fishy lawyer exposed for his sexual harassment, thereby giving standing to J. Bryan to go ham at your lawyer anytime. So, silence for silence. No, silence. Now, this was the disgrace of Floyd Green. We are load you up. Floyd Green, I really want to have people content come over, but Floyd Green, we are load you up. If that's all we can get out of for money, we want to continue to steal. If I don't go disgrace, we can disgrace on the Floyd Green. Me I go join the choir. I'll sing alto, tenor, soprano. I'll even try bass. Needs be Floyd Green. But we're going to sing. You know, the rocking and the cheat up all the day long. Rocking and bopping and singing the song. All those little girls from JLP like to hear the robin go tweet, 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 you little Rocky Robin thieves.
I'm not on Twitter. So it would have been, so the person said, Andre, look at this. So I had to say, what is this? So when I actually clicked on the thing I went on, I saw where this squashy lawyer, a JLP operative,
it looks so
Stevens at Floyd Green.
Debbie, because I have a whole lot of problem with Google from about 2 days ago.
I said, oh, let me read it in Ishmael. Let me read it tonight for Jamaica, because these people, I don't need to put on the red turban. I am good, my darling. You ready to read with me, Jamaica? So this is coming from Tom Tavares, Vincent. And the partners are Christian Tavares, Vincent, and Dimitri Adams. The consultant is Tom Tavares Simpson. Formal demand. Defamatory post on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube in relation to the Honorable Floyd Green MP. Reference is made in the caption matter. We act for and on behalf of Honorable Floyd Green, Minister of Agriculture, Fisheries, and Mining, and Attorney at Law. Our client has instructed us that around January 19th, you posted defamatory comments on your Instagram account and made defamatory comments on your YouTube channel, PDTV News, which have been reposted on your TikTok account, PDTV News, controlled and operated by you, inferring that he's a criminal and he has broken the law in relations to contracts that were awarded to the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining. The aforementioned posts and comments are and were all material items, malicious, false, woefully inaccurate, and contrary to the provisions of the Defamation Act of 2013. These posts have had effect on lowering our clients in the estimation of a right-thinking member of society generally. It is our belief that your actions were calculated, done to use reputational harm based on your modus operandi across social media platforms. As at the close of business or even date, we note your social media footprints as follows. Instagram, 80,000 followers. Your YouTube, 82,400 followers. And your TikTok, 4,718 followers. Your posts and comments have had a deleterious impact on our client's professional standing, both as a minister of government and an attorney at law. We hereby, Jamaica, listen to this, formally demand that you take immediate steps to remove the several posts forthwith and publish an apology via the same media on or before Monday, January 26 at 12 noon. Additionally, we demand that you pay our clients legal costs, with to date amounts to 250,000 Jamaican dollars. Please note that the aforementioned sum must be paid on or before the 30th of January 2026, directly to the undersigned office by manager's check or bank transfer to the account to be provided upon request, failing which legal actions will be taken against you for an injunction and damages for defamation, plus interest and attorney's cost in the Supreme Court of Judicial without further reference to you. We have already prepared and drafted the claim documents along with our client's witness statement. After we have secured a judgment, we will exercise all the options available to our client to include, but not limited to, committal proceedings to your imprisonment until the judgment is satisfied in full. Ball on!
All out! Whoa, yo. We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament.
You hear there, Jamaica? Ha ha! Dimitri Adams, squash liar, come here. Latchman Dimitri. Closeted Dimitri, come here. Closeted guy. Very closeted Jamaica. Very closeted. Jamaica. Floyd Green, I want to ask you a question tonight. Are you a public servant or not? Floyd Green, are you a public servant or not? Ishmael, work with me now, man, because I need to fix them business tonight. See him there in the black, the labor right quashi lawyer. I have never seen a letter of demand or a serve being done on social media. I was not served, Jamaica. Don't come to me in my house, sir. Dimitri, my address is 9 Ravinia Road. If you don't know Dimitri, you should be aware because you watch, you know the amount of followers you have. But I am asking the quashi attorney, the lodgeman, the dirty lodgeman Dimitri. Ishmael, put him up now. Lodgeman or Grandmaster Dimitri. Come here now, man. Come here, Dimitri. Come here, Dimitri. Come here. Dimitri, I was asked to ask, Dimitri, is there any truth that your girlfriend left you, and why did your girlfriend left you, Dimitri? Is there any truth to the argument, Dimitri, that she caught you? And what she caught you doing, Dimitri?
What can go so?
You want me to go down there, Dimitri? Dimitri Adams. My girlfriend, yeah, because you're my girlfriend. I heard that you're very, very flowery. I heard you're like the Zinzias and you're like the cocoons. So hi, Dimitri. Members of the LGBT community told me to ask you, Dimitri, are you ready for them to expose those private inboxes? Dimitri, the community is ready to expose you, Dimitri. I want to ask you tonight. Your demand letter says that I must pay 250,000. You know who going to get the 250,000? I go and feed the nation, Dimitri. I go down to Western Jamaica, go give some people some food and give some people some care packages. You and Floyd Green have to go carry me go to court, Dimitri. You and Floyd Green have to go imprisonment, Dimitri. Because I am ready, Dimitri. Dimitri, come now, man. Come. Extortionist Dimitri and Floyd Green. Come. Closeted Dimitri. My sister Dimitri. My sister Dimitri. You don't want talk why the girl leave you. You must talk why she leave you, Dimitri. Hold on.
The more you stay home,
I want you to talk tonight,
the more
Dimitri.
you stay, the heavier everything feels.
I don't know your bedroom, but people know your bedroom activities, Sister Dimitri. Hi, girlie. Hi, my sister. Hi, sis. Come on. Come on, sister. Ishmael, put up the rest of the picture then. Come on. Come on, my sister. Come on, girlie. Come out, Dimitri. Come out, Dimitri Adams. Come out. Come out, Sister Dimitri. Sister Demetrius. Come on, sister. Look there. You remember Ryan Strand when it was sue me to Jamaica? Come on, my girlies. Yes, girlie. Hey. Come on, Sister Dimitri. But there's a reason why you work for Tom Tavares. Because everybody in Tom Tavares.
I wonder if Floyd Green would want to reconsider these. Floyd Green, may I wait for me a call for equality in a lawsuit this morning. Floyd Green, may I call for equality in a lawsuit this morning. One of the posts when I post about your Floyd, let me tell you what you say. Because we are call for equality in a lawsuit. Do my page no big Floyd Green. All heap of people see it. All heap of people comment upon the minister. Minister upon the war room. Because you have to know the war room out a long time. All of your particulars around a paratin know the war room. And they must see the war room. And then afraid no clot to even come over the war room. Because we over there wait upon them. Minister, the one when me tell you if you go lift up your mother's skirt when me have your thief and predator. 19,000 people view it, sir. And the other one, when me call your thief and sexual predator, sir, 70,595 people view it. Your character stain. Sir, your character stain. You should apply equality with your lawsuit them. You cannot sue people where you think they're not afraid of. So you think they don't afraid of you? Give me one warning letter to Mr. Green. Me want to feel afraid too. Mr. Green, me want to feel silence out order. I hope you consider your position because you know say you are rotten egg down a St. Elizabeth. The only put upon you down the Floyd Green. You know one day, remember there's vice no to hear in court and you make your lawyer start get exposed pan ear already. You see how no fool. Look how palpitation I do no. You no can't stand still in the heart. Just have so.
Vincent office is a quashi lawyer. Everybody in Tom Tavares Vincent's office is a quashi lawyer. Between yourself, Christian Tavares Vincent, and Tom Tavares Vincent, all of you are quashi attorneys. If you're not aware, Dimitri, Floyd Green is a public servant. He's open to public scrutiny. The Auditor General spoke about his ministry having serious procurement breaches, and the procurement breaches led to $870 million of improper procurement procedures. As a student and a servant of the nation, I have a duty to question what happened within the ministry. And I have right to call him a criminal because he breached the no movement zone. He was a criminal. It was a criminal act when he breached the no movement zone to be celebrating with his quashi friends. So in context, yes, he's a criminal because he did something illegally. Am I telling a lie? Didn't that cause him being removed as agriculture minister for a few months? So context matters, Mr. Dimitri. So if you hear me saying he's a criminal, the criminal in the context, Mr. Dimitri, of what he did then for the no movement. He's also criminal, knowing the fact that he should have not done that act, and he videoed that act, Dimitri Adams. So yes, I as a servant of the...
So Jamaica, when remember one time me telling us say, yeah, barristers, those who argue in front of the court, they have to be a member of the Freemasons. And remember me telling that, though? Okay.
People has a right to say he's criminal. The responsibility.
And there's no difference between the Freemason and the Lodge. It's one of the same thing. It's the same. Freemason Lodge is the same thing.
The responsibility of the Ministry of Agriculture comes under his prowess. So you, Dimitri Adams, you don't understand dynamics of being a public servant. If I am a public servant, why Andrew Holness can't sue me? You realize, Mr. Adams, that all the public servants who have attempted to sue me, I'm a Jamaican. See there, Jamaica. See what he was doing. Isn't that a criminal act? Look at him, braggadasting and fasting while people. What about the fertilizers, Dimitri? What about the amount of fertilizers under his watch as minister? So when you're coming after me, Sister Dimitri, and demanding, Sister Dimitri, public scrutiny and public criticism goes for every public official. And I ask questions about what is happening within the ministry. I gave context about his criminal matters. He's a big criminal for that, for sure. So you want to meet me in court? Meet me in court, Kwashi Dimitri. Meet me in court. Isaac Buchanan and John Clark and Labish, Alexander Labish will tear you to pieces. We will shred you to pieces. So I sent a message to your friend Michelle Thomas, attorney at law. I come ready to tell you to watch, and I know you're watching tonight. I got your number and I sent you a WhatsApp. Lord Jesus. Good night, Dre, Brian. Good night.
Andre, let me tell you something. You see this gentleman on your screen displaying Dimitri Adams? He has been listening. He's a proud member of the LGBT community.
What is
and
that?
I am telling you, yes, and I'm telling you, if him dear Sue partner Draw TV, him and Floyd Green, I am going to expose him. This man has been sexually harassing me for months now. What? I have the DMs suit on him for sexual harassment. I can't leave you.
Wait, Brep. What you just say what him do?
Well, we say pressure drop, oh pressure drop, oh pressure drop it come on you. Tell them say pressure drop, yeah, pressure drop, yeah, pressure drop. Floyd Green, pressure drop. Look what your cast. Floyd Green, look what your cast live on air. Cause we say the pressure drop, oh pressure drop, oh pressure.
Mighty God. You heard what Trey Bryan just said, Jamaica? Jamaica, did you just hear that? Baller! So, Sister Dimitri, sexually harassing Dre Bryan for months.
During the election campaign, when they don't run the Batman argument on PNP, J. Bryan always talk about one JLP where horror, oh pressure drop, oh pressure drop. Floyd Green, pressure drop, oh pressure drop on Floyd Green. No, sir. And then people know how to carry disgrace. You know, them pocket with them. Disgrace to the far found labor right. Labor right. Disgrace coming like on a finger.
Teacher, somebody said me and the guy usually meet at private parties when I was living in Jamaica. What?
Dimitri on the back road. The night service in Dimitri.
You got criminal charges for violating the no movement in COVID. And Floyd Green, who did the criminal act, didn't spend any time in jail and prison. Ishmael, I just sent you something. Hi. Now it's 10:33. Guess who just messaged me phone Jamaica? Ball out again, Ishmael! Ball out!
No. You don't have to go allow me one St. Elizabeth bad boy. Yeah, so. You don't have to go allow me one St. Elizabeth bad boy. Yeah, so this morning. Listen, you know.
Jamaica, I'm going to prove something new to you all tonight. Ishmael put it up. I just got a message from the Minister of Agriculture. Andre, I'm always open for a conversation, sir. Andre, as you know.
Then this is where St. Elizabeth people would have said, I want to do your mother blood clot fool, yeah? Floyd Green. After that, you, Floyd Green, should have been on the bushel, Mr. Green. Mr. Green, after hearing those exposés online, live on air, on broadcast, Mr. Green, the sensible person, Mr. Green, the normal person, Mr. Green, would more likely be under a bushel until daylight. There you are, stuck in your head out of the shell like a hungry tortoise, picking off the piece of fire coal. You idiot. You merciful fool, as Lucifer called the angel Jeremiel. You merciful fool. Because if that, Mr. Green, was in mercy of scaving off the exposure of your quashy big skirt, one of Everett Warmington congregant's lawyer, Mr. Green, you have made it even worse. The disgrace is out there, Mr. Green. You all are sexual predators. No, sir. I'm gonna mind my business, because next thing you know, with the pan road, somebody go see me and thump me, bust my mouth. So your mouth are going so.
Sit there. I just got a message. Sit there. Sit there, Jamaica. Sit there. Sit there, Jamaica.
You
Who is
idiot.
that? Who is that, Jamaica?
You idiot.
Who is that?
Floyd Green.
Sit there, Jamaica.
You
10:33. 10:33. Floyd Green, you're wrong for send. You're wrong, Floyd Green. You're wrong for send. You're wrong. You're wrong. Set a rat trap. Set a rat trap.
Boy, globalist. I asked how we leave it this morning. But to the merciful fool, because there's a story of an angel that was said to try to assist Lucifer in his falling. Lucifer turned around to call him the merciful fool because he reached out to assist Lucifer. In mercy, he fell from grace. Not in domination, though, but from grace. And Lucifer turned around, Floyd Green, to call him the merciful fool. I hope Dimitri look at you one day and call you a merciful fool, you idiot. How could you? Your head should have been under a bushel, Mr. Green. You should be ashamed to walk the street next morning. Anyway, that's not my business. Me can't go about mine, you know, Mr. Green. But let me tell you, Floyd Green, your prime minister declared the war. I hope you know that. We have both foot in the trenches. I don't know if both of your foot are in the war trenches, Mr. Green. Hey, Lord Jesus, it just get hotter. Floyd Green, war just start. Remember, see, your government declared the war, you know. And once war declared, we are free to join in. So, Mr. Green, this is leg one. Are you willing to start leg two, Mr. Green? Or even willingly join leg two, Mr. Green? Thank you for being here this morning. Lovely to have your support, as always. Join us back tomorrow morning, because I'm not sure if we're coming back on tonight. But join us back tomorrow morning for your At a Glance program, when we'll continue to tell the world of the stealing of Floyd Green and Christopher Tufton. Thank you. Good morning and good afternoon.
Too long in our little ghetto, run keep going on less process. For children of Israel do really love rights. So just as I and I as a watchman around Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I she never hold thy peace. What wrong is going on? Day or night, we gonna bust down Babylon walls. Prepare every the way. Prepare every the way for jumping. Let's go. Fight down war and crime. Fight down. Me say Rastafari. War and crime. And do that righteousness. And we love. And we love Jaja. And we love Jaja. Rastafari. And we love Jaja. We love Jaja. We love Jaja. Rastafari. Preserve all people. away again. Listen, yeah. Just as I and I say, watch a man, I run Babylonian walls. Oh, children of Israel, I should never hold thy peace while we penalize. Hey, oh, night. We gonna bust down Babylon gates. Prepare the way. Prepare the way for Rastafari. Fight down, war and fight. Fight down, war and fight. Rastafari, war and crime, and build up righteousness. And we love Jah, and we love Jah. And we love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. And we love Jah. Me love Jah, me love Jah, Rastafari, preserve all. Me love Jah, Rastafari. Yeah, the next song is going to be the last song for tonight, and then DJ Twink.
If you don't like missing out on the latest shows but still enjoy classic hits, then Global TV Group 358 is your perfect match. Global TV Group 358 isn't just another channel, it's your ultimate TV experience. From breaking news to binge-worthy dramas and timeless classics, we've got it all. Our unique blend of original content and global favorites means there's something for everyone. And guess what? With GTVG's seamless streaming, you can watch anywhere, anytime. Plus, our interactive features let you be part of the action. So, whether you're a seasoned binge watcher or a casual viewer, Global TV Group 358 is here to keep you entertained day and night. Don't just watch TV, experience it with Global TV Group 358. Subscribe now and never miss a moment.